Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday sermon. This morning we are going to be honored with the presence of St. John the Apostle. He knew Jesus, he walked with him, and he is still in a very high level when he's on the other side, and I'm sure he still interacts with him over there. So please tell your friends about us. Please bring as many individuals to hear these wonderful messages as you can influence. It certainly will help their lives. So John is here. Let us begin. Good morning, everyone. And yes, I am truly close to God. I have served him many, many times. I am here in heaven with him. I cannot even begin to describe heaven for you. It is a phenomenal place. It's not describable. You've heard that many times. You know that heaven exists. You know that you will all go to heaven. Some of you will be welcomed by your guides, and some of you will be judged a bit harshly. I do truly believe that anyone that is listening to my words this morning is a true believer in God. Not many are. Sadly, you would be amazed to understand just how few people follow God today. It's never been easy. It's always been hard. When we walked the earth, Christianity was brand new. Stop and think about the challenges that we faced with it. Jesus spoke of things that had never really been spoken of in public before. He told people that he was the Son of God, that he could do amazing things. And he did amazing things. He cured the ill. He saved the lives of many people. And he spoke in these wonderful tones. He spoke gently. He spoke of love. And he spoke of this incredible place where everyone's soul would go upon their passing. You see, he didn't speak of fear. He spoke of love. He said that you should love God. God is the Father, and you should love your Father. Why would you not believe in your Father? Because God is truly everyone's Father. There's a spark of his energy in everyone. I know you've heard that many times. I know that many of you truly believe. Many of you listen and then will walk out and do exactly what you want. Many of you have doubts. You see, you've never seen God and you never will. You will hear his words. You hear his words every week when Barry speaks them. But you will never see him. Faith. You see, faith is what is required. If you don't have faith that you're truly hearing his words, then you're missing the point. You've heard many times that faith is the great foundation. Faith is what you should build your life upon. Faith is what will see you through many illnesses, many trials, grief. You see, all humans have to suffer grief. It's a lesson. It's a terrible lesson for the people that are left behind. But you see, if you truly understand heaven, then your grief will not be as great. That's all part of the training of humans. Humans don't know anything. They come into life as a newborn babe and their minds are clear. What they know is what they learn, and learning is the point of being a human. Hopefully you all learn about God. You learn about his teachings. Hopefully your parents have told you about him. Hopefully your parents have told you to live a good life. I hope that all of your parents have told you not to do anything to anyone that you do not want done to you. But you see, as you grow up, there are many other influences. There are people that influence you in the wrong way. Today, you're seeing so many influences that are not what God really wants. Social media, individuals can become addicted to it. They listen to lies about God on social media. There are certain platforms, I guess that's what you call them, platforms, but there are certain places that they don't even want you to speak of God. If you do, they will cancel whatever show you're on, or they'll censor your social media post. Because there are so many people now that have drawn away from God, the influences have become much greater. People that have drawn away from God have many, many more ways that they can reach you. Actually, sometimes the ministers in church don't understand God either. They understand what they've been told through the years. You see, they've even been taught things that aren't true truly about God. They've been taught things that aren't true about Jesus, and Jesus was God incarnate. You see, Jesus only preached for 3 years. Imagine that. In 3 years, he created a wonderful religion that has changed billions and billions of lives through the years. Through that time, his words have also been distorted, but that's to be expected. If you told a friend a story and that friend passed it on to 2 other people, I can guarantee you that story has changed as well. So it wasn't always people that meant harm in what they were doing. But you must understand the truth. The truth is the simplicity of the teachings of Jesus. Truth is knowing that you simply have to live a good life. Truth is knowing that you must help others. You see, there are many that don't help others, and they are not living the life that God wants you to live. If everyone helped someone else, then there would be no need for poverty. If everyone truly understood the commandments of God, there'd be no evil. Think of it, if everybody truly understood and followed, yes, and followed God's words, there would be no need for anyone to ever ask for forgiveness, because there'd be nothing to forgive. You see, people think they can ask for forgiveness, but they have to act to be forgiven. If you've harmed others, you need to apologize to them. Tell them that you're sorry for what you've done. You need to change. Many people need to change their lives. You see, they're given that opportunity every morning that they have life left in their body. Every time your feet hit the ground and you get up from your bed, you are given a gift. You're given another day, another opportunity, another time that you can follow God's words. Opportunity is all around you. Many people follow God in different ways. Many people help others in many ways. You don't have to be rich to help others. In your spare time, go down and volunteer at a food kitchen. It'll change the way you look at people. You see, there are many people that are hurting so badly today that they cannot feed their families and they have to resort to charities. The vast majority of these people hate having to do that, but they have no choice. You see, political systems can be very cruel. They can only help the wealthy. Political systems are meant to protect each and every individual. Political systems are supposed to be the ones that provide for the poor. But many of them are too busy providing for the politicians that run them. Tell me how many people you see in government that are poor. Not many. It seems as though individuals today are more interested in taking advantage of others than they are in helping them. All Jesus ever did was take advantage of those that needed help. Can you consider that taking advantage? No. All Jesus ever wanted to do was to tell others what they needed, what they had to do in their lives in order to better enjoy the fruits of heaven. Because they were going to heaven, everyone does. There are many people today that I guess think they can live forever. They can't, they won't. It's not in the rule book. All people will pass. And when they pass, they will take absolutely nothing with them. Their soul energy will enter heaven, and they will truly understand whether they lived the life they should have lived or lived the life they shouldn't have lived. You do not want to be in that group of those that lived a life that they should not have lived. Now, it's not that they're going to be sent to this place of fire and hell. They're not going to be tortured for the rest of their eternal lives. But they're going to be told that they did not do well, and they're not going to advance in the realms of heaven. Once a soul gets there and sees the wonders of heaven, they understand why they want to advance. The lower realms are miraculous, but they are certainly not as miraculous as the upper realms. Each soul has the opportunity to advance in heaven, but they must serve God to do so. So you see, there's no more important thing that you can do than serve the wishes of God. Jesus was very clear when he laid out his messages. Those closest to him that he sent back, Muhammad, Buddha, Moses, they all spoke messages. They understood. They all had to learn, just as you have to learn. But they had help. They were guided. They were all meant to start religions of love and faith. The religions were meant to be different. That was part of the plan. You see, God wants humans to be different. He wants every human to understand that even though they are different, they are equal. All humans are equal in God's eyes. You see, all humans, even the ones that do the best, have to go through the learning lessons. They have to have sicknesses, illnesses. They will suffer grief. The structure of a human life is meant for you to learn lessons. And grief is one of the most difficult ones. You hear that many times. Many people let grief drive them into a deep depression. But they must truly understand that that soul is in a better place. In life, that soul suffered. It had pain. It had illnesses. It had grief. When you're in heaven, you have none of this. It is truly a better place. All souls go to a better place. The question of how much better is up to how they live their lives. There are many ways of speaking the words that God means to be spoken. You can speak directly or you can speak indirectly. You can tell people directly what they have to do, or you can try to lead them gently towards the path of God. Many people resent when you speak to them of God. Why is that? Generally, it's because they have fear of God in their heart. The religions have told them that they should fear what will happen to them. They should fear that they don't go to heaven, that they go to hell. They should fear many things. They should fear the fact that they haven't asked the church to truly save their souls. They fear how they've done things in the past that they regret they have done. I will tell you this. All humans have done things in the past that they regret. Regret is part of human nature because you have to learn. You see, God expects you to make mistakes, but he also expects you to learn from those mistakes. Those of you that keep making the same mistake every day, you are the slow learners. You are the ones that must pay the price when you return. The price will be that you will not advance, or you may even go into lower levels. You have got to do what God and Jesus want you to do. It is so simple. The words that he spoke were so simple. Jesus never spoke in parables. We would have never understood what he was saying. Many of us were not blessed to be educated. There were many of us could not even write a name. Why do you think we could have understood a parable if we cannot even write our name? That makes no sense. But you see, today they have many of the ministers and so-called students of religion have made the faith so difficult to understand that you have to rely upon them to give you answers. And these people think they're giving you the right answers, or maybe they think they're giving you the wrong answers. But you do not have to listen to anyone but your own heart. God is in your heart, and if you ask for help through prayer, you will be guided. All of you out there that are listening, and I am aware of many who do listen, many of you understand the power of prayer. That is how you ask for guidance. That is how you let the angels and the guides know what you need in order to better serve God. You may ask for things that are impossible to be given because they go against life plans. You see, there is no easy way. Many people ask psychics, what's in my future? If they tell you truly what is in your future, they're giving you information that could change your life plan. And they are not gods. Very often, you will be given false information. You have to know in your heart what is true, what is right. It's not that hard. What is right is not doing anything to anyone you do not want done to yourself. That basic knowledge will lead you through life. If you have to make a decision, stand back. Think if you were in the shoes of that person, what you would do, how would you react? If you were in the shoes of that person that was homeless on the street, what would you do? Well, answer that question by simply following God's commandments. Show love, help, do all of the things that would make the world much better. Don't do anything that is going to make the world much worse. If you steal from others, if you speak against God, you are doing things that will make those close to you, the ones to which you are speaking, feel that they also need to reflect those words. And in turn, you may perhaps drive someone away from God. On this Mother's Day, make sure that you honor the memory of your mother if she has passed. She is in a better place. Do not grieve for her. Thank God that she has gone to heaven, where all is well. So thank you so much for listening to me on this Sunday morning. Please tell your friends about the words that Barry tries to pass by allowing us to speak. They could be the most important words that you ever hear in your life, because the words will be truth. The words I spoke today were entirely truth. Maybe you're not used to hearing the truth, but now you are. So thank you so much for listening. I know Jesus is here and he's blessing all of you that listen, and especially those that pass on his words. Goodbye. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, and we will speak again. It's amazing how all of these Holy Spirits can deliver such incredible messages. And we'll be back again next week with another incredible message. You can hear us Wednesday mornings when we bring you the words of Jesus himself, and the messages are always incredible. So have a happy Mother's Day, serve God, and all will be well. We will return again to you next week.